to all the adversity, backs against the wall, yada, yada, yada. We're going to win.
Welcome to Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Get out of my way, says LeBron James.
It ain't nothing to it when I do that.
Oh, what a pass! The Lakers set a finals record for most threes and a half. Anthony Davis lighting it up. What an amazing performance. And the Lakers are 2 wins away from their 17th championship.
Lakers up 2-0 on the Heat. Anthony Davis put on a show again, becoming the 3rd player in finals history to shoot at least 75% on 20 attempts. And you see, he's got Hall of Fame company. 3 of the top 4 shooting performances in the finals have been for the Lakers. Stephen A. Smith with us once again for our finals coverage. Stephen, the conversation has to start with Anthony Davis. This is what they brought him to Los Angeles for. This is what he came here for. And now that he's in the moment, he's delivering.
Well, he's been absolutely spectacular and unstoppable. There's nothing that they can do with him. He can hit perimeter shots. He's grabbing offensive rebounds. He's putting it back. There's nobody that's impeding his progress at the basket. They look as helpless as I've ever seen the Miami Heat look going up against Anthony Davis. I know he had 32 compared to LeBron's 33, but he was clearly the MVP of this game, and he's clearly been the MVP of this series. There is literally nothing that they can do. They look absolutely helpless.
Of course, the Heat undermanned without Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic. They're probably not going to get Dragic back. Maybe they get Adebayo back. Is there anything that you see that they can do to prevent this from becoming a sweep?
Well, that answer would be no, first of all. You can pray. You can do a lot of that, like I told you after game 1. But there's virtually nothing they can do. I would tell you what I would try, though.
Okay.
Bam Adebayo comes back. Put him in the lineup with Kelly Olynyk. Take Duncan Robinson, who's only shooting 2 of 10 this series, 0 for 3 in game 1, just 2 of 7 tonight. He can barely get a shot off. He's a specialist, but because the Lakers do such an extraordinary job of getting out to defend those perimeter shots, it's rendered him almost helpless. So guess what? Go big, have some size on your front line, and then challenge them to man up and bring those young dudes off the bench to give you some energy and see what works that way. That's about the only thing left for them to try, as far as I can tell. Outside of that, it's pretty helpless. I think it's over, and I think everyone knows it.
Yeah, you got to give him some credit. I mean, Heat culture, you know, they made it a fight in game 2, but they just don't have the horses. Normally, they would be heading home. Maybe they get some juice from their home crowd, but of course, this season, that's not the case.
If it were in South Beach, perhaps they'd have a better chance because, dare I say, maybe the Lakers would be distracted. Maybe. That might have been their only hope.
No distractions right now, though. The Lakers focused and in control of the NBA Finals. Steve, we appreciate it.
All right.
Tough job trying to tie this series, and the Lakers came dressed for success. They were in their black Mamba jerseys, and they had gone 3-0 entering Friday in their uniforms dedicated to the memory of Kobe Bryant. Adebayo and Dragic scored or assisted on nearly 50% of the Heat's points this season, so they had to try to find some way to attack without him. Meyers Leonard trying to protect the paint, but Dwight Howard hit all 3 of his shots in the game. Later in the quarter, Jimmy Butler trying to drive, but Howard with the block. LeBron James in transition, just too strong for Tyler Hero. Lakers dominating the paint early. They had a 10-point advantage in the paint, 56-46 for the game. Later in the first, Heat running a 2-3 zone. LeBron James with the baseline. Anthony Davis for the slam. Davis hit 15 of his first 16 shots. Final minute of the first quarter, Heat in the zone again. Lakers get it to James in the middle. Finds Davis again for the score. Lakers 17 of 20 on 2-point shots in the first half. They were able to do it from all over the floor in the first half. 3-pointers, always a key thing to watch for the Lakers. LeBron James, he's got all day and a ton of room. And if you give him that, he's going to knock it down. But the Lakers just wouldn't stop throwing them up. Later in the half, as James drives, all Heat defenders looking at him. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope didn't shoot it great from 3, 2 for 11, but everybody else was pretty good. Heat so focused on the paint, they're leaving shooters wide open. Markieff Morris gets the pass inside, draws all the Heat attention. This time it's Alex Caruso lonely out there in the perimeter. He was 2 for 4 from 3-point range. Lakers 27 threes in the first half, sets a record for the most attempts in the NBA Finals half. Miami a 39-point second quarter, but still down 14 at the half. But Anthony Davis, just phenomenal in this game. Matched up with Meyers Leonard, knocking that down. I mean, his shot was on all night. Jay Crowder guarding him, but just not enough size to contest it. Lakers up 15 there, and then Davis showing the range on the 3-pointer. 15-point lead there. Then Jimmy Butler trying to guard him. Just no answer for him when he gets going. Davis scored 4 straight buckets, but he wasn't done. Here he is crashing the glass. Davis, 15 points on 7 of 8 shooting. Third quarter, he had 15 points on 7 of 8 shooting. Udonis Haslem, I mean, he might be the mascot for Heat culture, trying to get his teammates back into the game. Heat down 10, headed to the fourth. Here they're down 12. Butler, he'll finish inside. So they got it down to 10, trying to bring it on the defensive end. Davis gets it down low. Kendrick Nunn there for the block on Davis. Nunn, just 6'2". Davis, 6'10", but Nunn able to get it. But that will do it for the Heat highlight portion of this game. Alex Caruso finding Davis. Lakers up 13, looking to put it away. Davis, 13 points on 15 to 20 shooting to go with 14 boards. LeBron James nearly messed around and got a triple-double. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Lakers by 10, and they have a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals on Miami now.
Who's Shaq and who's Kobe out of you and LeBron?
He's Kobe because he handles the ball, and I'm Shaq because I play in the post.
The size and the power and the speed that Shaq at his size played with. You could look at my game throughout the course of my career and say that, and then you look at the elegance and the ability to shoot the ball and the ability to play in the paint as well, post up, get to the perimeter. I guess you can say that you can have some of AD's game that can compare to Kobe's game in that sense. I can't even believe that we, up here talking about myself and AD with Kobe and Shaq. I mean, it's an incredible thing.
What is it about your group that can overcome what the world thinks is an impossible mountain?
We don't give a shit what everybody else thinks. Whatever, your first question, how did you phrase it? What will it take? Whatever is necessary. It's as simple as that. If you want something badly enough, you'll figure it out. And our group is extremely stubborn, persistent, and we just need to figure out, how to overcome this opponent.
We believe in one another. We believe in what we put together, and we believe in what we do every day. But like I said at the beginning of this thing, we got to play damn near perfect in order to beat those guys over there. We've yet to do it, and if we don't do it soon, it's not going to be pretty.
No, it was not pretty for Miami in Game 2. Lakers 20-1 this season when LeBron James and Anthony Davis combined for 60 points. That's tied with the 99-2000 Kobe and Shaq tandem for the best win percentage in NBA history between two teammates that combined for 60 points. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant occupy 3rd and 4th on this list. Let's bring in Tim Legler now. Tim, with those two guys combining for 65 points, there's not much you can do as an opposing coach. Erik Spoelstra's trying whatever he can with what he's got, including a zone. But how did L.A. exploit that?
Well, Miami's zone has been a big part of their success all season, and particularly against Boston in the last round. This is different, though. The Lakers are prepared, and they've got the type of size and the type of shooting right now with the way these role players are playing to beat this. And I thought their approach to it was great all along, Stan. They get the ball to proper areas of the floor, which is into the middle, and Miami's making some mistakes on their zone coverage. Here, Jimmy Butler's in no man's land. He should be matched up there on the wing with Caruso. Instead, when this ball gets swung, it forces Hero to come out, and that allows LeBron to catch the ball on the baseline, where now he can survey the weak side of the court. You see Kendrick Nunn. He thinks the ball's going to the corner, and there's AD at the rim for an easy dunk. Here, once again, you end up with two guys on the ball at the top of the zone. You're going to have problems if you got two guys on the ball in the zone at any point. Morris flashes middle. You got Kendrick Nunn and Olynyk in the back worried about AD posting up or the lob. So it's an easy decision for Morris to kick out to Caruso, who steps in to a wide open three. The two areas of the floor you have to attack a zone: in the middle and on the short baseline. And LeBron James and Anthony Davis repeatedly occupied those two areas. So not only did they have bodies there, they had the two best players on the floor in the two most important places to attack a zone. That's going to spell trouble for any zone. But tonight, Miami really had a hard time figuring out how to slow this down. Give Frank Vogel a lot of credit because they knew it was coming and they were ready for it.
You can try to shoot them out of it, too. The Lakers took a season-high 47 threes. They hit 16 of them, which they'll take. The other problem playing the zone, though, is trying to find a body to put on a body when it comes to rebounding, and Anthony Davis made that a problem.
Yeah, that's the big challenge in his zone defensively. Even when you can force the Lakers to miss a shot, you had Anthony Davis just cleaning up all of those mistakes. And there was a time in the third quarter when he really just took over the game, and he prevented Miami from getting close and making that run. And you see what's going on here. He's got a running start coming in from somewhere on the perimeter when these shots are going up. And you're asking guys like Kendrick Nunn and Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero to find a way to put a body on a guy that's 6'11", and with a lot of strength and a lot of athletic ability. That's not going to happen. And Anthony Davis had 3 consecutive putbacks that we just showed you on this film that really looked like, you know, a man amongst boys when he was going to the glass. And so for Miami, that's a big challenge because you don't have a specific guy to put a body on because you're not man-to-man defense. You're boxing out an area. And Anthony Davis is doing a great job of moving, getting a running start, and then these balls are kicking off, and at 6'11", it's just too much to ask Miami's smaller lineups to go up there and get the ball, particularly without Bam Adebayo.